Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 1 of Let's Platinum Nioh 2 Remastered. Yes, for this I will be playing the PS5 version of the game, which released, I think last year. Or, no, probably the year before. Alright, let's watch the intro. Alright, what an intro. This game has an autosave feature. Do not quit the application or turn off the PlayStation 5's console power while the save icon is displayed. Cool. Alright, screen brightness. I'm actually going to adjust this a little bit. It says please adjust the brightness till the image above can be seen faintly. It's about there. That's a large degree of increase, but that's okay. Yeah, you can play this on 120 FPS if you have a monitor that supports it. I do not. Which is weird because I don't know why it allows me to pick it, but you know, doesn't allow me to pick the 4K one because my monitor says that it is 4K, so I don't know, very confusing. It would be cool to play it in 120 frames, but I don't think YouTube can support a video like that. Alright, let's start. I'm just going to make a few quick adjustments in the systems menu. So language, the voice is actually set to English, so I'm going to change it to Japanese because I like hearing the Japanese voices. I'm going to turn that off, and camera settings I'm going to change to inverted, and lastly the audio settings going to change, reduce the controller sound effects volume because I don't care for that. Is there anything else? I think that was it. That's fine. Everything else I think is fine. There's a few other things we could do, like automatically using a quiet locks of hair, but yeah. And menu, yep, okay, that's fine. Let's go with that, and a new game.
まれびとと呼び崇めました。しかし次第に恐れられ、ひどい目に遭ってからは人々を襲い始め、ついには鬼と呼ばれました。そこである若者が鬼に立ち向かいます。若者は黄金色の石をたくさん集め、キラキラと光り輝く不思議な刀を手に入れました。そして誰も倒せなかった鬼をその刀で切りました。鬼を殺した若者はその刀を残し、 強く生きるのです。強く。
おお、もうかように大きくなったか。
はい。どのような子が生まれてくるのやら。この未来は限りなく広がっておりますれば。
Okay, and here we are at the character creation. I'm not big on these things, but you can, one thing you can do is you can go to, is it this one? No. Presets. You can go to presets and you can have a look at some of the presets. They're pretty cool. Have a quick look through them. Oh, these designs, man. I'll go with number 1. The female ones look good too. This one looks like a character straight out of Soul Calibur. That's like Lara Croft right there. And there we go. Alright, I will go with the male one this time, and yeah, preset number 1. The stance is funny. You're gonna stand with your legs out. Power stance. Let's try relax for that. We'll see how that works. Alright, finalize settings, let's go. Okay, don't worry about the fail to load bloody and benevolent grave information. Alright, here we are. We start on the end of a pier. Let's walk forward and search here. Alright, we just got some item added to Amrita memories. It tells you how to move and everything. Amrita memories is accessed through pressing the touchpad and then moving over with the left D-pad, I think, or R1 as well works. And then it says you can review tutorials and stuff here. So that's where that's gonna show up. Let's go to the next one. Objective is shown on the compass at the upper right hand. Hold L and press X to dash. And if we peer into the water here, we can return to character creation, which we're not going to do. Instead, we're going to go straight ahead. And we have our choice of 11. Yes, 11 different weapons, just make sure. Sword, spear, axe, tonfa, split staff, fists, hatchets, kusarigama, switchglaive, dual swords, and the odachi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different weapons is insane. Alright, for the purposes of this, I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this, and I was playing yesterday, and you know what worked out really well? The axe. So I'm going to pick the axe, and then because it's always a nice trusty weapon, I'm going to choose the sword as well. I'll just show you the quick attack and the strong attack with the axe. Press square for a quick attack, press triangle for a strong attack. Awesome. And we're going to pick the sword. Just give me a second here. Okay, and yes, we get to choose a secondary weapon, so I'm going to pick the sword. When we pick the axe, you can see on the left there it gave us a stamina point, and picking the sword gives us a heart point. Alright, now it's telling us how to switch melee weapons. Press R1 and press down, and you can switch between each weapon. So sword and axe. Awesome. Alright, let's read. Proceed to Guardian Spirit selection. We want the sword bonus and the axe bonus. Yes, let's do that. Proceed to Guardian Spirit selection. And now we have the choice of 3 Guardian Spirits. We have Harbor the Swift Bird, the Fierce Wolf, or the Dark Phantasm. For the purposes of this, I'm going to go with the Swift Bird. You will get this one and this one later on. I can't remember what their abilities are, but the bird's ability is actually pretty useful. You'll find out exactly why. Alright, and now we are in something called Yokai Shift. And while in Yokai Shift, you see that bar in the top left? That's how long you can stay in Yokai Shift. The more attacks you use, And things that you do, it'll reduce that bar and you'll eventually move out of Yokai Shift. At the moment it's set to infinite, so you can use it endlessly. It's quite powerful, it's pretty cool. Wait, are there different stances in this? No, okay. I was like, that would be interesting. And it's asking us to perform the Guardian Spirit skill. So when you're in Yokai Shift, which you access by pressing circle and triangle, if you press circle and triangle again, you'll perform the Guardian Spirit skill, which is actually very powerful and should not be undersold. Did I actually lose some there? Oh, cool. You actually lose a little bit. We're not quite at infinite. And if you press R1 and circle, like to put your weapon away, like in the first game, you can exit out of Yokai Shift. Alright, do you wish to leave this place? Yes. Why is it? Okay, why would they make that the bottom option? Alright. Oh, I guess it's fine. Okay, let's see what happened next. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, the man who achieved no small triumph in bringing unity to this nation, was born in a poor village in a time of civil strife, but was blessed with a shrewd mind and the courage needed to overcome adversity. Louis Fra, Historia de Japan? And I didn't see what year that was, but here we go. Alright. Here we go. This is nice. You acquired a Divine Branch Fragment. If you use one during a mission, you can quit the mission and return to the map. However, you will lose all of the Emritter currently in your possession. Alright, Emritter is like your souls, because this is basically a souls-like. So yeah, that's how that works. Let's go to the starting point here, and let's have a look at our hut. Actually, let me just, before I do that, it says, here you can change your appearance, manage your equipment sets, or view illustrations. So change your appearance, I think just, yeah, brings you straight back to character creation. You can also transform into other characters. We'll deal with that eventually, or maybe not at all. Your storehouse is kind of like where you can put a bunch of items that you don't want to have in your regular menu. We don't have anything that I want to put there just yet, but we will probably. Yeah, we will. Manage equipment sets. Save or change your current equipment and ready jutsu setup. This is sort of just saving your equipment sets so that you don't, like, if you want to go back to it, you can. View illustrations. Let's have a look. Guardian Spirit illustrations. Ame no Mitori. An eagle-like guardian spirit enveloped by lightning. They are also known as Ame no Hinatori or Take Hinatori, and are seen as either a servant of the lightning gods or as a lightning god itself. An old legend states that it was these spirits that brought the first rice plants to Japan and protected the crops. It was also believed that thunderstorms helped the rice crops flourish, further cementing the myth. Ame no Mitori has been depicted as eagles, swans, cranes, and all manner of birds. The blinding lightning surrounding them makes it difficult to make out their true shape. I really love the design on this. It looks like a legendary Pokemon or something. It's awesome. And then the Tale of Nioh just shows you the opening, the recurring nightmare cutscene, and the mysterious request cutscene. This is all based on, you know, the protagonist. There's no, like, it's just called the protagonist, or he's just called the protagonist, or she if you're using a girl. Alright, Ame no Mitori, you can put your guardian spirit in here, that's pretty cool. Alright, hut is done. Shrine, let's skip that for a sec. Torii Gate, you can play in different online modes. I didn't actually realize that I was online, but that's alright. And the dojo. Alright, let's quickly do some dojo missions. This will take you to a tutorial covering basic actions such as attacking, logging onto enemies, key pulses, and yokai shifts. We need to do this because it's good to go through this stuff. So, yeah, again, don't worry about bloody or benevolent grave information. Alright, we'll go through this pretty quickly. So walk forward, search this, status menu. Equip your weapons from the status menu. So we've got a wooden sword, go over here to equipment, and equipment menu. Here you can confirm and change items, shortcuts, and equipment. You can also confirm the currently equipped Guardian Spirit and Soul Cores, but not change them. Okay, so Soul Cores, we haven't learned what those are, but we will eventually. And let's go to melee weapon and put the wooden sword on. It's got a few little bonuses there, don't need to worry about that. Let's back out. Okay, so that's how you equip stuff. By the way, if you haven't played Nioh 1, play Nioh 1. Attack, quick attack and strong attack. The quick attack is fast and doesn't consume much ki, but only causes light damage. The strong attack is powerful but consumes more ki and lowers your guard. If your ki reaches 0, you will not be able to attack until it recovers. So let's try that. So with this guy, I'm just going to back up and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 4 in a row. I'm going to hit him with a strong attack. And with strong attacks, I can only do 1 at a time. Can't combo those. Let's read for the next one. Lock on. R3 to lock on. Switch target with the right thumbstick by moving it left and right. This will move the camera if the lock on settings are set to not focus on the target. Oh, okay, yeah. If you have that setting turned off, then it will just move the camera. When you lock onto an enemy, your camera stays focused on the target. It also displays the target's health and ki. These settings can be changed. So I think I actually did that during the first one, but because it's very useful. You pretty much just want to fight one enemy at a time. There are a few occasions where you don't need to lock on, or locking on is not valuable, but yeah, it's mostly valuable. Okay, next up is guarding and dodging. Guard with L1 and dodge with X. Guarding enemy attacks avoids taking damage, but it does consume ki. If all ki is lost when guarding, your guard will be broken. Some attacks can take a large amount of ki. Yes, I read that right. Dodging lets you avoid an enemy attack, but like guarding, dodging also consumes ki. While you cannot dodge an attack while staggered, you can still raise your guard. You cannot guard while downed or while heavily staggered. I was going to play the video there, but I'll just show you. So hold guard. You can see the ki, our green bar going down. Okay, and now let's dodge. So we're just going to wait until he attacks and dodge out of the way. Cool. And now I think we just have to finish him. Alright, good, doing well so far. A cut-in guard. Press L1 while flinching from an enemy attack. So I'm going to get hit here, and then I'm going to hold L1. So if you hold L1 after getting hit, you can do a cut-in guard. So let's try it again. Hang on, timed that wrong. 1, block. There we go. Very nice. Next one. Stance. Switch stance. High stance R1 triangle, mid stance R1 square, low stance R1 X. High stance emphasizes attack power. It allows for powerful techniques. Mid stance is good for defense. It has a wide range of techniques and is easy to use. Low stance is good for dodging. It doesn't consume much ki and also maintains your guard as you move. Alright, so let's try it. Let's try high stance first. So press R1 and triangle. You can see on the bottom right hand corner there, I'm pressing R1 and triangle. And now we're going to attack. Okay, so I attacked with square there and I did different hits. Now I'll switch to low stance. Square, 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 square. You can infinitely combo with square, as long as you have ki. And mid stance, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we did before. Next one. Grapple. Triangle next to a human who is out of ki or a downed yokai. Grapple a human who is out of ki or a downed yokai to deal them a powerful blow. So in order to do this one, you basically need to wait until they... Or I think you need to... Let's let them attack. Oh no. Okay, just hit them once and then press triangle. Yeah. Usually their ki won't go down that fast, but it does in this particular instance because it's a training mode. Ki pulse. Ki pulse. R1 while blue lights gather around you after an attack. A ki pulse recovers your ki. The amount varies based on your timing. The maximum amount is determined by your ki gauge. Alright, so if I attack, see those blue lights and how it, like, right there? If I press R1 right at that moment, then I'll do a ki pulse. Now for me in particular, I actually like to use the ki bar to time my ki pulses. So I go like that. That was actually not perfect. That's pretty good. That was basically perfect. And Yokai Realm and Purifications. Yokai Realm, another world born from the yokai. When you are in the yokai realm, your ki recovery speed is greatly reduced. Conversely, the powers of the yokai themselves are enhanced there. Purify. By successfully executing a key pulse within a yokai realm, you can cleanse and dispel that yokai realm. So let's do that. There's a yokai. 1, 2, 3, 4. And cleanse. There we go. I don't think it has to be perfect either. Just as long as you do, even doing that, I think we'll cleanse it. Burst counters and burst attacks. Alright, so this is new to Nioh 2. This was not in the previous game. It's R2 plus circle. It seems a little weird, but you'll understand very quickly. Consume 1 of your anima to unleash a burst counter that varies based on the guardian spirit currently in use. The feral burst counter transforms you into a yokai temporarily, followed by a rapid dash movement that leaves an after image in your wake. If you dashed forward and an enemy's burst attack comes in contact with your after image, that enemy will be dealt a substantial amount of key damage. Now, the feral one is probably the hardest one to do, but I'm going to show you now how. Okay, let's try this. So we have to try and time this. So there we go. Now, in regards to your timing, I also did a grapple there at the end. In regards to the timing, you basically just have to learn all the different techniques that the enemies use to time that. It's very quick, so I'll show you again. That's what it looks like, and it's consuming 1 anima at a time. The timing is a little tough. Feral is probably the hardest one to time. If we had picked the fiery wolf, we would have got the brute form, and if we had picked the, I forgot what it was called, something, I can't remember, treacherous deep or something like that. It wasn't, that's not even close. We would have got the phantom one, which is a little bit easier as well. Yokai shift. Circle and triangle when the Amrita gauge is full, and Yokai shift R1 circle while in Yokai shift. When you perform Yokai shift, your health and key gauges will be replaced by the Yokai shift gauge. While in the Yokai shift state, your melee attack power will be increased, and your health and key will not be depleted by attacks, falls, or traps, as your Yokai shift gauge will decrease instead. The Yokai shift gauge will also gradually decrease as time passes, and when it empties, you will return to human form. Alright, so our Amrita gauge in the top left-hand corner is now full, so we can use it. There we go, into feral form, which I think we saw before. And now you can actually do the burst counter in this form as well. Important to learn that. Okay, and now let's end it. Okay, we did it. Go forward. So that's a very simple tutorial on a bunch of different things that you can do in this game. I will go over it more in depth as we play through the game, so don't worry too much. You can return to the tutorial at any time by selecting Amrita Memories from the status menu. Alright, back into the dojo, and let's do Training Ground. During this mission, you will not gain any proficiency, familiarity, or Amrita for leveling up, don't worry about that. Here you can freely practice to further hone your ability to wield active skills, yokai abilities, and master the yokai shift. So there's only a handful of things you can do in this one, but I'll show you. Okay. Training Ground. Visit the Training Ground to practice your active skills, yokai abilities, honing your abilities to best your foes in combat. The Training Ground is governed by a set of special rules. Summon a foe to battle by interacting with Shikigami. That's the thing in the picture below and on the right side of the screen there. Items and ammo are in unlimited supply. Replenish your Amrita gauge by touching Thought Amrita, and visit a shrine to manage your guardian spirit, soul cores, and jutsu. You may leave the training ground at any time by touching the glowing light atop the raised platform. Okay, so let's have a look at what we can do. This is to unleash Amrita, so we can increase our Amrita gauge to basically full, so we can use it. Let's fight a skeleton warrior here with our sword. So this is a skeleton warrior, a yokai that returns from Nioh 1. He has a few new abilities. Ow. Yeah, he has a few new abilities that make him a little bit more difficult than he was in the first game. So be careful with that. Ninja. Human enemy. Fought them before. He likes to use ninjutsu like shrapnel bombs and shurikens. Nice. Hit him with a ice stance, or basically anything while he was out of key is really good. We can also use the shrine. I'm not going to use it right now. Fight a Yoki. This is a pretty powerful enemy, also returning from the first game. I'm going to try and hit its horn, and you'll see that its key got reduced quite a lot. Step back, Daniel-san, for that one. Okay, so now his key is out, but you can see there's still a little bit of it there. And as we attack, it does reduce, although now you put another yokai on, we can counter this, if we time it right. Which I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. yeah, any type of key pulse will rid the area of the yokai realm. This is a pretty hard fight. As you can see, like, he's taken quite a while to take down, but we got him. Nice. Let's go over here and see what this one is. Oh, another Unleash Shamritta point, so that's fine, we don't need to do that. Another Shikigami over here. This is just a regular enemy. I actually looked away as I did that. I'm going to press up on the digital pad to get a swig of elixir, which recovers your health is what I was going for there. Now, because he uses a sword and I'm extremely familiar with sword. Oh yes, he can also use yokai abilities. If you avoid that one completely, he will fall to the ground and then you can stab him, which is good too. One more here, a Dweller. Okay, Dwellers are really annoying. You know what? I'm going to try something here. There's a trophy to defeat a Dweller with your bare hands. I'm going to try that. Sorry, not a trophy, a title. But I won't be able to know if I actually got it until much later. This actually seems like it's working pretty well. I feel like he's just repeating the same thing. Come on. This angle is not helping. Okay, well I did it. I don't know if I got it, but we'll find out eventually. No, absolutely no need to do that. I just did it for the sake of doing it. It does help a little bit actually. And this another one? Yep. Alright, that's pretty much it. We'll have a quick look at the shrine and then we'll leave. Hopefully we can get to the first mission today. The ability training has been unlocked, but you cannot access it from here. We can't access boons right now. We can access to change our guardian spirit, but we don't have any others. Let's have a look at what he provides. So there's an ability here called Anima Charge Bonus, Cumulative Damage. Gain Anima at a rate that increases in proportion to the total amount of melee damage dealt to enemies. This total is reset when you take damage or pray at a shrine. So for example, if you're doing like a lot of damage constantly and you're hitting multiple times and not taking any damage yourself, that anima will grow very, very quickly at the level of an A-, which is pretty high. It just increases your running speed by a flat 10%, so you can run faster. Your key recovery speed by 12.5%. We haven't got this one, Divine Rice drop rate. Increases the probability of enemies dropping Divine Rice. The reason we haven't got it is because we need Heart and Constitution to be up to 12 and 14 respectively, so that's quite a lot. And then this one's really good. Increases the damage of lightning-based attacks by 20%, but we need our Courage and Magic to be up to 10 and 12. Is that right? No, sorry. No, the combined level. Sorry, I was wrong about that. So Heart and Constitution are on 12 combined. They need to be on 14 to get that. And then Courage and Magic need to be on a combined total of 12. So that's going to be something that we're going to go for first. Now below it says yokai ability. Don't worry about that yet. We'll learn about it later. Okay, for now, let's get out of here. Alright, I think now we can go to the first mission. Should be good. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the whole thing, but I'm going to try. Okay, and I just want to make sure... Oh, no, there is one more thing I want to do. I want to go to starting point and shrine, and I want to go to... I can't do that yet. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to boons. It'll check the DLC. You just get this for free if you have the remastered version on PS5. So you get smithing text for the Demon Horde armor. You also get each piece. You get Sudama Netsuke, which is an accessory, Demon Horde katana and spear, and basically a Demon Horde version of every weapon. You also get something called Million Demon or something as well. Dragon Ninja Transformation unlocked. You can apply... Oh, actually, no, notice that one. And William. Ah, yes, you can transform into William from the first game. Also got a shoulder strap. Okay, so because we got all those things, we actually want to utilize those. Mostly the Kodama Netsuke. It has Kodama sensor on it, and it just makes it so much easier to find the Kodamas in this game with that on, so I'm going to use that. And I guess this one's pretty good, or the shoulder strap, they're both okay. I think this one's probably better, so I'm going to put that on. I'm also going to use the gear that they gave us, so Demon Horde helmet, Demon Horde cuirass, Demon Horde gauntlets, waist guard, and Horde Greaves. Now, I'm very heavy at the moment because of what I've got. Where's the other one I wanted to use? So I want to use the axe and the sword. Where's the sword? Oh, katana. Okay, there we go. So I'm extremely heavy, which is sort of bad, but it's okay. Status screen. Here you can check various kinds of information regarding your character. Current status, enhancements, and ailments can also be checked. So if you look down here at agility, it's in yellow and it says we have a rank C. That's really bad. It means that we can't move very fast, and also our ki reduces quite a lot when we attack. And here is your toughness. Indicates your resistance to ki damage and to being staggered by attacks. But we have an A in that. Reason we have an A? Because our gear is very heavy. Alright, let's go to our first mission, the Village of Cursed Blossoms. I wait, under the nighttime cherry blossoms, for the hero that will set our village free from these horrors that plague us. It seems that this message is from someone that's heard whispers of my work slaying yokai. There are no hints as to who sent it, but it appears to have come from a village called Jusan Zakura. If there really are yokai there, then it might be worth heading that way to take a look. Alright, let's give this a shot. The maelstrom of war knows no bounds, and even Jusan Sakura, a village once prosperous due to its abundant supply of post horses and work cattle, could not escape the chaos. Before long, it was reduced to little more than a ghost town. Now only yokai wander the deserted, ruined village. The springtime cherry blossoms once enjoyed by the lively villagers as they went about their daily business now bloom among the deafening silence of the long departed. Alright, here we are. March 1555. Jusan Sakura, Mino province. Okay, nothing behind us, so let's continue. Alright, we are finally starting the game. We're going to be finding a lot of stuff. Small spirit stone. Should you seek comfort in your sorrow, you would be wise to head to the nearby shrine. Whenever you find a shrine in a mission, it will provide you with a decent amount, or a little bit of Amrita. Here it actually provided us with a little bit more than I expected, 300. And now we can level up. At the level up menu, you will use Amrita to upgrade your stats. You'll be able to see the updated stats on the right. You can check the detailed explanation of the parameters by pressing the options button. Let's increase, so stamina is going to be very important. But I also want to get, what was it, Heart and Constitution for the Divine Rice thing, and Magic and something, Magic and Courage. So let's increase our Courage by 1 for now, and we'll increase other stuff soon. Okay, let's go this way. Search our first dead body. Should have trained more. Okay, we got a stone. I'll show you how stones work. So if we equip a stone to our shortcut menu, we can throw it. It does a little bit of damage. Are you kidding me? I didn't realize his first attack was going to be that. Okay, so I'm in high stance and I use my triangle move, and he did like a double flip. It's literally, hang on, it's like that. Takes a tremendous amount of ki because we're so heavy, but it does a good amount of damage, and ki damage as well. Think you can defeat me? Just try it. Shameful defeat. How could I have been so careless? Lone Wolf's Hood. Another small spirit stone. It's huge. There's no way we can stop something like that. And yeah, that is a very, very, very powerful enemy called a Gozuki. And I am going to try and fight it. So here we go. We do need to beat it for a trophy. You don't have to kill it right now, but I'm going to try. I'm probably going to have quite a hard time. The thing about using this gear, like normally I don't like using it, but the thing about using this gear is it makes you really heavy, but it can prevent you from taking as much damage as you normally would. Or sorry, you can take more hits is what I meant to say. And trying to burst counter that is your best bet of winning, because he's got a lot of health. You can also see his horns are glowing. It's a weak point. If you want to use the axe, yeah, you are not required to engage in battle with every enemy. Yeah, I recommend using the axe for this, because it just does so much damage. That was weird. Can I do something? He like broke my guard there. See how his key is getting lower? If we can reduce it to 0, I'm gonna try and use a... Damn. Okay, let's do it now. Okay, there we go. Now you want to do a few attacks before you actually grapple, but I don't have enough keys, so I'm just going to do a grapple now. Okay. Doing pretty well here. Only had to use one. Oh, I see. I think it was good. Yes, come on, hit those horns. One more time. Okay, good. Let's try a few more hits. 1, 2, key pulse, and then triangle. And 1, 2. Yes, I did it. Bold Wrangler. Alright, we beat him. Hooray! We got a whole bunch of stuff. Village cemetery key. Alright, I'm really happy with how that went, because I was expecting to die. Like I said, you don't have to beat him if you don't want to, but I recommend doing so because you get a lot of Amrita and it starts you off really, really well. Alright, because we beat him, we got the village cemetery key, so we can go through here, which we may choose to do. In fact, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go the other way. Got a few more pieces of gear as well. Let's go back this way. Go, 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 go. We can open up a slight shortcut here. I'll show you in a moment. Alright, here's the first Kodama. So you can see it on the map there. When you have a Kodama sensor ability active, you can see the Kodamas on the map. What are these things? Am I going mad? This enemy's, we've fought it before, this enemy's called a Gaki. It's just like one of the weakest enemies in the game now. Probably less than the Dwellers and the Skeleton Soldiers. Alright, cool. So now we're going to use the shrine again because even though using the shrine will basically restore all the enemies, we only beat like 2 Gakis, or I think it was 2 or 3 Gakis, and the Gozuki, but we don't need to fight the Gozuki anymore, so that's good. We also unlocked the Receive Kodama Blessing at this, so let's do that. And perfect. The one we wanted is the Elixir one. If you have trouble with this game, like most people will, you're really going to want to use the Elixir bonus because you want to have as many elixirs as you can. If you start running out of elixirs, the game gets really uncomfortable to play. Alright, so what did we up before? We did Courage. Let's do a point in Magic. I'm not really going to have a build per se, like I usually do, but you'll see what I mean. Let's do Heart and Constitution, and now everything else in Stamina. Alright, so I'm going to do that. I don't have any more points for Stamina, but I will be pumping a lot of points into Stamina, so I can use more stuff. Alright, we got some skill points, so let's have a look at that. Don't worry about the training so much. Alright, here we go. If we go to this one, Learn Skills, Learn Skill menu. Here you can learn new skills. The type of skill points must match the category of the corresponding skill you wish to learn. You can also check the status of your acquired skills. So we have the ability to learn Samurai skills. Let's go in here. We can only learn 4 at this stage. We can either learn Flux, which is changing to another stance on a successful key pulse increases the amount of key recovered. This is sort of what I'd call like an advanced technique, but it is a good one. What's this here? Increases key recovery. Oh, I see. Okay, yep. Yeah, that's an advanced technique, so we may get it, but not right now. Key Pulse Heaven activates when you recover full key from a key pulse. Applies a special effect that raises the damage caused by your next attack. This is for high stance only. Pretty good, pretty good. Key Pulse Man activates when you recover full key from a key pulse. Applies a special effect that negates the key damage you receive from the next attack that hits your guard. That's pretty good too. And then low stance version is Key Pulse Earth, and it negates the key consumption resulting from your next dodge action. Also very good. I like to get this one. And I also like to get... What's this one here? Increases your key recovery speed when you perform purification. Yeah, all these are good. And dodging at the perfect time now automatically trigger a key pulse. So let's get that too. Okay, so Samurai skill points are earned by leveling up, and there are also a few other things that you can do to get them, but mainly leveling up at the moment. That said, you can see how much key we're using every time we use the axe. Don't worry too much about that, it's going to be worth it. We're also, our running speed is very slow. Also, as we're attacking, we're earning what's known as proficiency in this game. There we go. And once you get enough proficiency, you level up, and then you get a point. After completing a technique, return to a fighting stance and focus to replenish your ki faster. Okay, so now we got an axe skill point. Let's go here. We can learn 4 different attacks. There's Heaven and Earth, which is a pretty good combo finisher. So follow up a quick attack with a jumping slice that knocks the enemy into the air, then slams him back down to earth. High stance only. A frontal charge in full guard. Okay. And this one is Cloud Crush. Follow up a quick attack with an upward slice. If the attack reduces an enemy's ki to 0, lift them and hold them back. This is okay as well. I actually want to get Mad Spinner. I didn't think this ability was very good, but it is actually quite good for defeating multiple enemies at the same time. That's not going to happen too often, but when it does happen, it's pretty cool. Oh, you can go back. There's a little bit of a secret passage here. Okay. So I'll try and show you Mad Spinner in a moment. Make sure your health is full, and then we just hold triangle. Did I say health? I meant ki. Okay, I ran out of ki there, otherwise I would have killed him. Okay, nice. Black Steel Axe. Okay, I'm gonna doubt that that's better than the one I have, but let's have a look. Yeah, it's level 1, and compared to my one with an R2 press, yeah, my one's better. We get a damage bonus from the Amrita gauge, anima bonus for grappling, which we can't do yet, but we will be able to. Alright, here we go. We have a Bloody Grave, or Revenant. If we fight these guys, we get, or if we access them, we get to fight, you know, some kind of enemy. Oh, we can grapple, sorry. I'm thinking of, like a sneak attack. I can't remember what it's called. And we get some glory out of it, as well as Ochoko Cups. Ochoko Cups are actually pretty useful. Let me check something with this one. No? Okay, it wasn't this one. Don't worry about that. Also, don't worry too much about like all the items that we find. I'll go over those eventually. Okay, let's go out here. There's another Kodama close by. Ki pulses can be used to recover your ki and purify the miasma of the yokai role. Alright, here we have. Okay, our first new yokai for the game. This is called an Enki. And he almost killed me as well. 1, 2. Purify. We want to hit his horn. It's a little difficult. Unless you use your high stance square attack. Nice. Did really well. Oh, we got very lucky. We got our very first soul core. And we also got an accessory called a lightning amamori. It always provides you with lightning resist, and because it's blue, it gives us 2 other affixes. So it's not really that good, unfortunately. That's weird. This one's yellow, but it gives you 2 affixes as well. Weird. Alright, anyway, let's go around here. I'm gonna beat this Garki. Yeah, we didn't get Heaven and Earth, so I can't do that ability yet. I highly recommend just playing in high stance for right now. There's not much reason to use anything other than that, because you're just doing crazy amounts of damage to the enemy and beating it in a few hits. There's the next Kodama. I missed this one in my first playthrough. I missed quite a few. Like when I played my first time, I was like, I don't want to use the Kodama sensor, I want to find them on my own. And some of them are so well hidden, it's ridiculous. Okay, let's go over here. Okay, I actually pressed triangle a little bit too soon there. You're gonna jump down? 1, 2. Yeah, I pressed triangle a little bit too soon, and he ended up doing the double swing instead of the final blow. Don't get careless, I'll drive this right through his skull, I think it said. And if you fall, and then you press triangle or square, you can do a falling attack, which is very powerful. Nice. Kill that guy before I had to deal with this guy. Makes this guy nice and easy. Beautiful. Alright, doing well so far. One of the things that I noticed in this game is I felt like the missions were a lot larger than they were in the first game. then I started sort of playing them a few more times than just like once, and I was like, oh, okay, they're not that large. It's more just like about knowing where to go and all that kind of stuff. So, but they still feel a little bigger. This one's probably the smallest one. If only this world knew peace, this child may have grown up to live a full life. Oh, what it would have been like to live in the 1500s. We got a gourd, that is another type of accessory. There's a few different types of accessories in this game. This one gives you an Emrita sensor and ninjutsu power, as well as Emrita earned. Alright, cool. We found our way to the next shrine, and because it's like near an area that we haven't explored, I highly recommend using it. Plus we got a lot of Emrita as well. Okay, so we really... Oh, okay, I was like, why did I go straight to Guardian Spirit? Core score, that's for purifying your very first soul core. The soul cores were purified by praying at a shrine and can now be attuned. Soul cores can be selected via the change Guardian Spirit option at shrines. Soul cores can be selected. Ah, okay, yep. Cool. Alright, so this one, if you equip it, it gives you an anima bonus for damage taken. So when you get hit, you'll get more anima. You'll get more melee damage versus humans by 1.6%. You'll earn more gold while you're shifted into yokai mode by 10.4%, which is a lot, but you know, it's like if you earn 100 gold while you're in yokai shift, you get 110 gold, and you're only going to be in yokai shift for like 10 seconds, so big deal. And item drop rate versus humans, 2.2%, nice to have. That's its little ability called Monkey Dance. So I'm actually going to try and tune that to my Aminor Mitori, because it gives me 13 extra attack and 8 extra defense. And it gives me a yokai ability with R2 triangle, which actually is going to come in handy. I'll show you how that works. So we equip that, back out, and let's level up a little bit more. So again, like I said, I want to put points into stamina. Apparently I can only level once. How close am I to, still 2,000. Alright, I can only level my stamina once, but I'm going to have to. You can also change your gear, like I could put a lighter piece of gear on to balance things out, but to be honest, having the amount of damage that I have and the defense that I have is very good. Like what did I take there? I don't know, 5% of my health maybe? Got some health back as well. Normally I don't like using the bonus items that you get from special editions, but at the same time I was like, you know what, it's just good to have, right? There's a Kodama that is right there, and I don't have a ranged weapon, so I'm going to jump down there and get it. And now I've got to be careful because the guy on the roof's going to see me. Alright, you come over here. Let's try this. Seriously? Come on, come on, come on. No! Oh crap. Okay, so one thing to notice there that I did was I used my yokai burst counter to actually dodge the attack. So mostly what ends up happening, like with the brute and phantom forms, which you'll see eventually, probably not for a while, but you'll see it eventually, they sort of just hard counters, like they'll just counter attacks. But the feral one is a nice little trick with dodging. You can even use it after, like for example, if I dodge, I can literally link it into a dodge, which is really cool. I'm still surprised. Did I not find one single... Hang on a sec, let me just check that I didn't. Nope, I have not found one single bow, which is really bad. Thank you. Ask and you shall receive. Okay, let's go over here. Just gonna hide in this little corner here, aim, and fire. Nice. So yeah, much like the first game, and a lot of these games, well, much like the first game, they have the longbow, which is really useful. I think like one of the things that I like the most about the game is that they give you this longbow ranged option, but then they also give you opportunities to use it. Like it feels natural to go, yep, this seems like a situation where I would use a longbow, and that's very good. Sometimes games are guilty of like, why is there nothing here? That's weird. That blue dot is a treasure. It would be like a treasure chest or Harakiri sword. I could not let them steal my virtue. I'm sorry for running, mother. Harakiri is essentially what the old, you know, it's like a, how would you say it? It's killing yourself, it's suicide, and they use a Harakiri sword to pierce their stomach and kill themselves. Rough stuff. Rough stuff. Oh, we got some Japanese scissors. Also new to this game, we get accessories that are white in color, which was not in the previous game, at least not to my memory. You get a little bit of boost to your anima, and then anima charge increases the rate at which you gain anima. So that's pretty cool. Sacred water. Sacred water increases your ki recovery speed. That actually could come in handy. So let's swap out our stone for our sacred water. And trust me, you're gonna find so much sacred water, so don't worry too much about that. Or don't worry about you overusing it. Heirloom cuirass. Let's see, this is our first exotic item, I think it's called. It is a heavy piece of gear. It's actually heavier than the Demon Horde cuirass. It comes with guard key consumption, critical means at low health, untouched ninjutsu, on mere magic power, and full damage taken. It's not better than our Demon Horde cuirass because our Demon Horde cuirass gives us all these extra bonuses, plus none of those effects are any good. We get 8 extra defense, but it's a big whoop. Okay, so let's defeat this guy. Oop, hate when that happens. 2, nice, another proficiency point with the axe. Oh yeah, I forgot to show that off. I got very lucky there. My timing was kind of perfect. Alright, if I go to status and I press R1 once, you can see this screen. You can check your skill points and proficiency levels here. Increasing your proficiency raises its level and earns you skill points. Proficiency increases based on the following factors: weapon skill, using the relevant weapon in combat; ninja and onmyo magic skill, using jutsu items. Shifting skill levels are not increased by proficiency and instead will increase as you collect soul fragments. You can earn soul fragments when you purify a soul core or perform resting rites. Alright, so as you can see, our axe is in the middle there. It is level 3 and we have a proficiency of 2099, and our shifling, which is our kind of like yokai abilities that we'll learn more about, we have 320 soul fragments, and that's how far that's gone. Let's get another point in our axe. We can still only learn these 3. I'm going to go for Heaven and Earth because it is a very good move. I'll show you how that works. Let's deal with this guy. He's not wearing a helmet, so he's perfect fodder for our longbow. Let's avoid that guy and go this way instead. First bandits and now monsters. This really is the end. Alright. Now, I don't have the ability to backstab. If I did, I would have done that to that enemy. So for this guy, I'm going to go square, square, triangle to do a full high stance combo with Heaven and Earth included, and then switch to a low stance to get a nice flux bonus, and then back to high stance and press triangle to beat him. It is no longer of use to the fallen samurai, so may this token aid you. Oh, I think it's talking about this. So this is a benevolent grave, and it requires 2 Ochoko cups to summon. I'm actually going to summon this, or request assistance here, and the reason I am going to do that, I believe this is just like an NPC, so it's put in by the game. The reason I'm going to do that is because I think you need to do it 10 times for a trophy, if memory serves. Yeah, so they give you the option to have like helpers. So let's take care of this guy, because he's like right there. Nice and easy. There's a guy over there as well. He's a bit harder to get because he's moving. He did stop for a second, so maybe I'll run over here. Kick down this ladder for a little shortcut. Ah! He moved too quickly. I can get him this time. Got a sacred arrow. Fire! Missed. Alright, fine, I'll do it on the move. Okay. That was good. Gosaku the Pilgrim. That blue bar represents his health, and the red bar, I think what it represents is sort of how long he's going to help you out for. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So, it's not really a time-based thing, but it's more of like a kill-based thing. So that's pretty much all we had there anyway. Let's jump down here. Yeah, it's really like a kill-based thing, so if he kills a certain amount of enemies, then he'll be like, yep, I'm done, I'm going. Whichever comes first, that or he dies. Alright, we're doing a pretty good job in regards to finishing this mission. We're actually almost there. There's only 5 minutes left, but I don't think that's going to be enough for me to finish, which kind of sucks, because I really wanted to do so. What happened there? What's happening? Who are you fighting? Did you drop down here? Oh, I think he's fighting a Gaki at the top. Let's see, yeah, his health is reducing. Oh, he's fighting a big Gaki, okay. So, big Gakis are interesting. The way they work is basically, if you have a small Gaki, or if you have multiple small Gakis, one dies, the other Gaki will eat the dead one, and then it will grow big. Is this one? Nope. One day I'll remember. Shinobi robes. Okay, so this is interesting. Shinobi robes. Okay, well, I can use it, but if you look at the bottom there, skill required 6. I need to have at least 6 skill points in order to equip it. Wow, what? My toughness goes down by like 70 points to the point where I actually get put into the next category of toughness weakness, I guess, is if that makes sense. Alright, there's another bloody grave. Shozo, the master fisherman, he drowned. Go back here. No, go Saku. Go Saku! Yeah, do that. Thank you. No, I really don't want to fall. Just get back here. Okay, thank you. Maximum familiarity. It's pretty good. So the way familiarity works, I don't know if I ever explained it in the previous game. The way familiarity works is not through proficiency, but so it had 550 familiarity and you can't increase it anymore. What it does is each of those blue bars represents, it should only be this one and this one, but I guess it includes these. It basically boosts these types of bonuses that you have. So strong attack key consumption was a little bit lower than 6.5%, and break was a little bit lower than 11. But when I boosted the familiarity, I got an extra bonus for it. Okay, I almost died there. Gotta be very careful here. Let's avoid this. Oh, I haven't shown off my yokai ability yet with the Enki. I'll try and show it here. If I can hit his horn, it works perfectly. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to do my Enki attack. Okay, that's what it was, but Gosaku hit him and basically made it impossible for me to show what I was trying to show. Okay, it worked out. Rogue's Greaves. How are we doing? Damn, almost out of time. Okay, another Kodama here. We're doing well on the Kodamas. I think we've got 4 at this point. See how the Kodama is like saying stuff? That's its sort of like yokai speech. But we can't understand it. Yet. Open up another shortcut. Alright, this is probably a good opportunity to stop. I really did want to finish the mission. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. But it's a great opportunity to stop. Reason being is that we can come back through this way next episode and continue up there and we'll finish the mission. Also, I don't know if this is a nod to Bloodborne, but you can speak to an NPC here. Lantern plant fruit. Okay, cool. Alright, before we finish up, I will show you what the lantern plant fruit is. I can't believe I have exactly 2,000 gold. That's crazy. Alright, items. Here you can manage items in your possession. This includes actions such as using, equipping, and discarding items. Alright, lantern plant fruit. Oh, I think he gave us 2, unless we found one earlier. Used to increase your anima. The fruit of a lantern plant, a perennial plant of the nightshade family. It is accustomed to use these plants as decoration during the Japanese summer festival, Orborn, in which people pray to the spirits of their ancestors. As the fruit resemble bright red paper lanterns, they are believed to serve as a means of leading the souls of the departed back to the land of the living. So when it says increase your anima, it's just restoring it. So for example, we're missing like 2 pieces of anima. If I use it, it'll probably restore me to full, or very close to full. We unlocked the Kodama Bazaar. The reason we did that is because I think we got some Divine Rice. I'll show you that. By offering up Divine Rice to the Kodama, you can receive items from their collections. Okay, and apparently there's some kind of like online connectivity thing as well. Auto purchase can now be enabled for certain items. Enabling auto purchase for an item will automatically exchange any Divine Rice you possess for the maximum amount of this item possible. So you can get elixirs. We have 8 in our inventory, but none in stock. But the stock will only, hang on, at the Kodama's Bazaar, the stock will only be replenished for items that you possess in fewer numbers than the current stock. Anyway, the point is we can't do it. It looks like, I can get 7 of these, but I only have 1 Divine Rice. You can get stones or Joker Cups. What's the usage rate? Okay. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that. We make sure we got our healer blessing still. Nice. It increases the elixir drop rate by 10%. That's very good. And let's level up one more time. We're going to put another point in stamina for now. And we get another samurai skill point. Let's quickly use that. Let's just do the other low stance one, increasing your key recovery speed when you perform perfect key pulse. Even I don't do perfect key pulses that often, but don't worry, we'll pretty much be able to get all the skills eventually. It doesn't really matter which ones you get first. Alright, let's leave things here and we'll continue next time. For now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 1 of Let's Platinum Nioh 2 Remastered. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.